Hi guys, in this video we're going to be looking at standard bearers and some easy custom standard tops that you can make yourself.
Scruffy Crow.
So if you've been following this channel, you'll know that I've been working on a Oathmark army, humans, and we've done a couple of units of archers and a unit of warriors so far, who are all going to need standards. Because I like having a standard for every unit. And I'm also just putting this guy together. It's an old Celt model I've got cheap sometime or other. I'm going to make him into a little hero. Now the banner arm that comes with these kits, the Oathmark Human Infantry kit, is this little dragon, which is pretty cool. But obviously every single person using this kit is going to have the same little dragon tops. They just pop on there like that. And then you can put some sort of paper banner or anything under there, which I think is pretty cool. But he said I wanted something a little bit unique to me. And what would be better than a crow? So what I came up with was these little crow tops here in a sort of Celtic-y sort of design. And I'm happy with the way these have come out. These are obviously 3D printed. But I'm going to show you how I made this and how you can basically turn any image you want into something like this. Went to double-sided as well, whereas the dragon one, it's got a wooden background. And here's how they size up. I went a bit overboard with the connection to the pole, but I might correct that at some point. I actually did them in two different sizes, so I've got this much larger one that shows off all the details as well.
So the first step of my banner was to just Google what I wanted. So I've Googled Celtic Raven here, and we've come up with a few options that I could have gone for. I went for one of these in the end. Apologies to whoever designed this is that I poached. But yeah, that's what I ended up with. Want something like this. I then pulled this over into paint.net and I sort of smoothed out all the lines, had it how I wanted, and I added this border. I actually have a plugin in my paint.net. If you don't use paint.net, it's free downloadable, and so is the plugin to do outlines, and I use that quite a bit. So then I got my image how I want it. Now this is the key bit. This is 3D Builder. This is Microsoft 3D Builder. This is also free. You can get it from the sort of Windows App Store type thing. And all we do is we import the image into that. So this is the image. Because I saved it as a PNG, we've got a clear background, so that hasn't come out. So we can mess with the levels here and make a completely clear version, and that's what I did. And then I can save that as an object, and then a flat version, and then I saved that as an object. So absolutely dead easy so far. So I've just got this two-tone image, and now I have two objects: one, a flat outline of the object, and a second one which is a sort of 3D rendering of the object. Okay, so it doesn't look like my computer is capable of real-time recording Tinkercad. So this is Tinkercad. This is the last stage. First image here we've got is the sort of final product, and I'll sort of explain all the separate bits now. Here we've got the pink and the green, the two objects that we have created in the 3D builder. The green being the one with the holes all the way through, and the pink being the sort of flat outline. And by layering them up, so we've got the green wider and then the pink sitting in between in the middle, that gives us the sort of double-sided 3D effect that we're after. And then on the bottom there, the sort of blue and the orange, they're just shapes taken from the right hand side, and sort of sized down and manipulated the way I wanted them. So the orange just being cylinders and the blue being some little torus ring shapes. And I've just sort of stacked those up to make a nice little banner top. And then we've got a little dome and some other shapes just to cover the gap between the feet and the tail and give the sort of bird something to sit on. The other main feature of Tinkercad is that you can set an object as a whole, and that's what I've done with the second cylinder, and that gives us, and when that's all merged together, that whole sort of cuts a hole out of the object, and that gives us somewhere to put our banner pole. Once we've got all the shapes and objects that I imported all sort of sized and scaled the way we want them, we can merge the whole thing back together, export it as an STL, and then just print that on my printer like I would any other file that I downloaded.
So yeah, after all that, I just popped them on the printer, and this was the result. They didn't take much to clean up because of the way I printed them, just basically straight up, and there's not much sticking out, so I just had to support under the beaks. They did need a little bit of hollowing out, but I've got a 2mm drill bit, and that helped just to hollow out the bottoms where any supports or spare resin had got to. And that's, like I said, why I made these connections so big. So we've got a nice solid connection, and these just pop straight on. And I think we're going to go sort of beaks that way for the whole army. For the archers, I decided they don't really want a big flappy banner. So we're going to go with something a bit shorter, and that is what the big ones are for. So rather than having a banner, I'm just going to give them one of these larger ones. And yeah, I prefer beaks in on these, so that's the way we're going to go. And that will make them stand out on the table and give them something fairly impressive. Tie them in with the army, but without any actual flapping banners getting in the way of their arrows, and make them sort of stand out as a different type of unit. So these guys are basically done. And here's my little test piece. I was trying out some colours. It's only a rough paint job we've got here. But my point was, here's my banner. So this was done in Retributor armour, then a bit of a Agrax Earthshade wash, and then some solid gold. I mean, you could paint it up any way you wanted, but that's the kind of look I think I'll be going for. Like the little sort of brass or tops. And yeah, I think that's going to fit in on models on the table really nicely. And it will really help to make my army stand out as my own. I'll still be putting a flag on here, and I'll be using the tomato puree tube method, which I've used before for my dwarf flags, which I'll link in the description. And I might even do another video on. But that's where I'll leave this one here. So yeah, that's how I made these custom 3D printed flag toppers that completely free that anyone could do. And that's all for this video. Please let me know what you thought down in the comments. Maybe subscribe for more. And as ever, thanks for watching. Bye.